So it snowed here last night. As you know, when it snows, things get a little bit slippery, and so we take extra precautions when the roads are slippery. We slow down. We give ourselves more space between the vehicle in front of us and hope that the vehicles behind us do the same thing. When we're out for a walk, if I'm out for a walk with one of my kids, I suppose they're a little bit older now, so I don't do this as much with them, but when they were little, I would hold their hand in case they would slip on the ice. They wouldn't fall because I was holding on to them. It reminds me of something that Moses said in Deuteronomy chapter 4 when they're about to enter the promised land, and he looks at the Israelites and he says, you know that all of you who have held on to God, you've made it. That God has gotten you this far. You've held on to him, and he has not failed to be there for you. But if you start thinking that they were safe and that they were on the verge of entering the promised land because they were so good at holding on to him, well, two things. First of all, go back and look at their journey to the promised land, and you'll realize that their grip on God wasn't always so strong. And secondly, just read through Scripture and see how often God promises to hold on to us when we are weak, to hold on to us when we've been wrong, to hold on to us when we've been wronged, to hold on to us when we're afraid, to hold on to us when we're vulnerable, to hold on to us when we're in pain. I don't know how many passages there are in the Bible. Just a quick search today came up with dozens of promises of God holding on to us when we most need him. There's one in particular that I love. It's a passage that's very meaningful to me. It's in Isaiah chapter 40, where it compares God to a shepherd, where he says he tends his flock like a shepherd. He gathers the lambs in his arms, and he carries them close to his heart. A shepherd, of course, watches over sheep. And sheep, as you know, they're vulnerable. We're vulnerable in a lot of ways. And God knows this about us, which is why he promises that he will never let go of us, even if the good shepherd has to lay down his life for his fragile sheep. He wants you to know that you always have a reason to hold on to him, because he will never fail to hold on to you for any reason. Rest well tonight, my friends. God's holding on to you already.